Captain Fantastic stars Viggo Mortensen as a widowed father who, after his wife passes away, he has to make sure he takes care of his 6 children by expanding from the wildlife they've been living in the wilderness to real life society. And we have our movie. That's all I'm going to tell you. I didn't know anything about this movie going into it, so I wanted to give you guys just a little bit of knowledge when going into this movie. Now, it's directed by Matt Ross, who you guys may know as Gavin from Silicon Valley. I have not finished the show as of this recording, but I do plan on finishing it very, very soon. I've heard nothing but good things about this movie going into it. I've been so excited to see it. And by the way, if you're hearing rain in the background, I apologize. It is raining. I'm in my feeder parking lot right now. It doesn't look like I am, but yeah, that's where I am. Gotta lock the door just in case someone just wonders why you're recording. Well, I like to talk about movies in my vehicle. Too bad. I absolutely adored this film. I thought it was very funny. I thought it was very heartbreaking. It was fast-paced. It was a little long. It was like 2 hours long, but it flew by for me. I was never bored, and I was a little worried when the movie began that I was going to be bored. I was worried. I'm like, oh no, this is going to be one of those slow films, and it's not going to get me engaged. It's not going to keep me intrigued, and yeah, it does, and I absolutely loved it. Let's start with the biggest thing about this movie, and that's the performances. Viggo Mortensen, I think, is very Oscar-worthy for this film. This is one of the best performances I've ever seen him give, and it might just be the best he's given since Easter Promises. Because, to me, his best performances before this were the Easter Promises and A History of Violence, both fantastic David Cronenberg films. He was Oscar nominated for Easter Promises, and I think he should get an Oscar nomination for Captain Fantastic. All the kids, each of them, all 6 of them, were amazing. Amazing. We've had such a great year for child performances, it's insane. And these kids are no exception. All of them stand out, from the oldest son to the littlest girl. There's a little girl that's like, what is sex? And it's so funny, and yet you would think it's so stupid, but yet the way it's executed is so brilliantly well that I'm just like, yes, this is great. And Matt Ross's writing and direction is perfect. I cannot wait to see whatever else he does. I'm not entirely sure if he's ever directed an episode of Silicon Valley, but if he hasn't, he probably should, because I cannot wait to see what else this guy directs. And also, we got other great performances from the supporting cast too, like there's a great performance from Kathryn Hahn, a great performance from Zahn, and an excellent performance from Langella. Like, the acting, the writing, and directing is great. I love the way this film is shot. I love the music. The way this movie ends, the family sings a song, and it's like perfect, and it's so unexpected. And this movie, to me, felt like a good Wes Anderson road trip film. It felt like a film that Wes Anderson would have done, but more surreal and more deep. Because I don't know if Wes Anderson has ever made a movie deep like Captain Fantastic was. And I thought it was a Wes Anderson film at first. When I saw the poster a while ago, I'm like, this looks like a Wes Anderson film. Now, I know he's not directing it, but I'm like, this could totally be a Wes Anderson film. And, I mean, I was laughing from beginning to end. I cried a few times. I was really into this movie. Viggo Mortensen's really the reason why this movie's honestly worth seeing, but it's also so original. We've had so many good indies this year. We need more originality. People need to go out and see more originality. My theater was pretty much full when I saw this movie, which shocked me because I was kind of hoping to be the only one, because whenever I go see these indie films, I like to be the only one in the theater so I could maybe have a loud reaction like that happened with me when I saw Ex Machina last year. And I was hoping that with this movie, but I'm glad with the audience because my audience loved the movie. I was the youngest one in the theater too, so I mean, I guess that's kind of a sad thing. But yeah, the story is great, the writing great, the direction, the acting. I loved Captain Fantastic. It's one of the best films of the year, and no pun intended, it is a fantastic film. Actually, the pun is well deserved because Captain Fantastic is a film that is worth seeing because of the awesome acting, the brilliant direction by Matt Ross, as well as the script. The scenery, the costumes even were Wes Anderson-like. I loved Captain Fantastic. I honestly have no qualms with the movie, and I'm going to give it an A+. Guys, tell me down what you thought of Captain Fantastic. If you saw it, what's your favorite Viggo Mortensen performance? Obviously, my first exposure to him was as Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings films, so maybe that's my favorite performance. But outside those films, I still think A History of Violence is my favorite performance he's ever given. Guys, thank you so much for watching this review, and I'll see you guys soon.